guys, there is a lot more of you than there was. So today we're going to do my May wrap-up and June TBR. First up, I read Scarlet by A.C. Gowan, and I did a full review of that, so you can click on my face for my full thoughts on that. Scarlet is the retelling of Robin Hood and is all about the trials and tribulations of having a girl in Robin Hood's band of thieves. And I gave Scarlet 3.5 out of 5 stars. And then I read City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. And I may or may not put up a full review of this. I have a lot of thoughts on this book, just none of them are particularly good thoughts. I gave this book 3 stars because it was really entertaining. And it was action-packed and just a really quick, nice read, but the writing just wasn't good. The characters feel like they were taken out of a box of random tropes. The whole thing seemed a bit familiar. I read City of Bones because I'm trying to read more books by authors that I hate. But I still felt that deep down, not liking Cassandra Clare kind of impacted the way I looked at the book. So anyway, 3 stars for City of Bones, 1 star for Cassandra Clare herself. After that, I read Othello by William Shakespeare. I now understand a lot of Shakespeare-related jokes about how your best friend is super racist. So there's that. So I gave this 4 stars because it's Shakespeare and it's wonderful. It's not, my favorite play ever. So 4 stars. After that, I read Ash by Melinda Lowe, which I have a full review of. Click around here to take yourself to my full thoughts of this book. Ash is a queer retelling of Cinderella, and it includes lots of fairies and magic and mystical things. And I gave this book 3 out of 5 stars. And then I read my very first work of Ray Bradbury's, which is his short story collection, The Cat's Pajamas. And since it was my first Bradbury, I was blown away by his writing style, of course. The problem with short story collections is that some of the stories can be amazing, and others can be a bit boring and a bit contrived. So while I was blown away, and most of the pieces were really, really, really amazing, some of them just seemed like he was pushing, and they were a bit boring. So I gave The Cat's Pajamas by Ray Bradbury 4 out of 5 stars. And finally, I read what I think is my first graphic novel, which is really strange to me, because I'm the kind of person who would read graphic novels. I read the new 52 Birds of Prey, Volume 1, which is Trouble in Mind, and I love Birds of Prey. I love everything related to Birds of Prey. The feminist in me knocked it down a star just because of the nature of the boobs. Also, one of my problems with this book that knocked it down a star is, why are dudes writing and illustrating a group of female crime fighters? But other than that, on the feminist scale, this was pretty damn good because Birds of Prey, group of females, female friends, dealing with female things correctly, and it was just really good. So 4 out of 5 stars for Birds of Prey. Now these are the books I'm going to attempt to read in June, unless they're shit. First is The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. I said I was going to read last month, but I didn't get to it, so I'm going to try to read it this month. I just want to read it all in one sitting, and I haven't had time yet, so that. And then from the library, I got Googled The End of the World as We Know It by Ken Aletta. It's, of course, about Google and how they are affecting the world and the media, which is a really interesting topic to me. So, yeah. Also from the library, I picked up This Dark Endeavor by Kenneth Opel, which is the first book in the Victor Frankenstein Apprentice series. Something like that. It is beautiful, and it's about Frankenstein. It's a prequel to Frankenstein, so yes, Frankenstein, good. Will enjoy, probably, maybe, I don't know. And finally, We have Belong to Me by Marissa de Los Santos, which is the sequel to Love Walked In, which I loved. And that is all I have for you guys today. Please tell me if you've read any of these books and what you thought about them, etc., etc. And I will see you guys next time. Bye! Birds of Prey by Dwayne Shigushka. Yeah.